food left, and we may just be here all night eating. So y'all just keep enjoying as we get on with this. I hope y'all enjoyed the food, and thank you all for bringing the food. It was delicious, very delicious. And thanks for coming. Recognize a few people before we get started. Our administration at the high school. Coach Putman is here. Thank you for coming. From the Board of Education, is there any Board of Education members here? I know several of them were out of town and had other things already when I invited them. Thank them for all their support. Members of the media, thank you for coming. Elsie is here. From Picture News, Robbie texted me after school today and said he has a stomach bug and he can't be here, so that reminds me I also need someone with a good camera. If they could get me some pictures for the paper, he's requested that if somebody has a good camera, if you don't mind sending me some pictures, and we'll get those onto the paper too. Okay? I also want to thank all the parents here. Without you guys and your support, these girls couldn't do everything they do every day during the season and after the season. Thank you to the Spike Club members, and especially the officers, Jean, our president, Jennifer Deloach, our vice president bookkeeper, and Susan Sanford for being our secretary and getting all this together. They have done a wonderful job all season long, getting this money, getting fundraising. At this time, I'd also like to recognize someone, our team manager, Haley Johnson. I've got a little certificate for her over here and a card, and girls, if you haven't signed that card, if you could sometime before the end of the night, and we'll get that to her because she was at every practice. Haley was a very, very good manager this year. We really appreciate everything she's done, and I know the girls appreciated her being there and carrying everything. She was like a pack mule at every game. We had both arms full and pulling the cooler. So she was a wonderful manager, and hope to see her again next year somehow. I also want to recognize someone else that helped us at quite a few of the games. He was always there. He was at almost every game. And sometimes, we used him and sometimes we didn't. But this young man was a very, very good line judge. Tyler Sims, if you can come up here. I'll meet you halfway. Thank you. Best line judge we ever had. First time we had a freshman team in a long time, so really proud of that and proud of those girls coming up. So we'll talk about them a little bit, the JV team, and then we'll talk about varsity. So let's go ahead.
Okay, I'm Haley Clarkson. I coach the freshman team, so I'm just going to talk about them for a minute. We have 7 games, which does not seem like a lot, but when we have a team that didn't play in middle school, and the first time that they had ever touched a volleyball was in July, and then we started playing games in August and September, we finished with a record of 3-4, which I thought was really good for them to have come together, never having played before. And not only that, but just about every team we played was a JV team, and we had 5 true freshmen and an 8th grader on our team, and we walked into games against freshmen, sophomores, sometimes juniors, so I thought they did a good job. The first game of our season we played Pickens, and they came out and they were pumped and they were ready to go, and then they saw Pickens walk in, and you could just see the look on their face, and they're like, oh my gosh, we're about to play. She's not a freshman. This is not fair. We're all freshmen. She's a sophomore. And you could just see panic start to set in. And they pulled themselves off to the side. I didn't go with them. And I could just see them in the corner, and they were all huddled together, and they were talking to each other, and they were picking each other up, and we won that game, so I was really proud of them for that. And not only that, but the games that we did lose, they were close games. We didn't go down without a fight, and they fought to the very last point. So I'm really proud of everything that they did. I'm excited to see everything that they accomplished in the next 3 years, and I can't wait to see everything that they did.
All right, I know that some of you guys have been through banquets with me before are thinking, oh, Lord help. But I'm not, I promise. I'm going to talk for 5 minutes. The time is, okay? All right, first of all, I've only been doing this for 3 years. This is my 3rd season with volleyball. But man, I have just really grown to love this sport. And I appreciate Coach Parks giving me an opportunity to be a part of it, and the time that she puts in organizing and preparing for the season. She does a great job, and I'm so pleased to be a part of it. And then also got to know baby Coach Parks over here this year. So having both of them together was a really fun thing, and she's going to be a tremendous asset to this team, I know, over the next years. Just a few things about the JV team. First of all, our record this year was 15-9, so that was a really good season. So proud of that. JV is a little bit of a different beast than varsity because you often have players moving in and out depending on what the varsity needs, so you don't always know who you're going to have until the day of the match. But these girls took the challenge. I think we changed different people playing like 2 or 3 different times this year. And when that happens, that means that some players have to play different roles, and some players end up changing roles more than once. And have to do different things. Chasey this year was like a utility player on baseball. She did just about every position at some point during the season. Is that not right? She was our setter for a little while, an outside hitter. She was back row, middle. She did it all. And on top of that was a fantastic server. I think we had one match where in the 2 games we played, she had over 20 aces. Is that not right? All right. So she's a server that she. My 5 minutes is running. We had our other 2 setters, Peyton and Kendall, who were also killer at the serve. I couldn't wait for them to step up to the serve because they can swing so hard, and their serving, their setting improved so much over the years. They're both going to be very, very good at those positions. So glad that they're on the team this year. And then we had Kelsey, who was our 4th great server on the team. She was like the one at the end of our rotation that was always cleaning up on the serve, and she was had lots of aces as well this year. And Kelsey also became a very good player in the back, in the middle, and digging the ball out. So she improved a great deal on that this year. Our big girls on the team this year were Harley and Callie and Raven were part of the time. And those 3 girls both all 3 did a great job in the middle, moving with the ball and getting up over that net and getting some great blocks this season. I'm looking for them to keep growing, yay, hopefully, and them contributing a great deal on varsity over the next couple of years as well. Our outside hitters, we had Bailey and Sydney. And Bailey, I was not in the least bit surprised at how quickly she caught on to it, because she's just that kind of player who's all about getting it right. And she did a super job on the outside and continues to improve constantly. And Sydney is going to have a killer hit by the time she's a senior. She already has no fear going up to that net. She attacks it every single time. It was fun to watch. Loved it. Then we had little Jay. First time since I've been here that we've had a libero. I don't know, they probably did have years ago, but first time since I've been here that we have a libero. And she did a great job in the back middle, getting that ball up. She was fearless in the middle and made it look easy, digging that ball out from the back. She got some time on JV and varsity doing that. She did a super job. Super pleased with everything these girls did and the improvements that they made, and you will make fantastic varsity players. And I just feel very blessed to have been a part of the season and to have been able to work with you. So good luck to you guys in the future. Looking forward to it. We have a certificate for these ladies, but 3 of the players that participated on JV also got some varsity time. We got enough varsity time to letter on varsity. So although I'm going to call them up to stand up front with our freshmen and JV, they're not going to get a certificate for this group, because they'll be getting it for the next group. Okay? So if you girl, everybody will come up when I call your name. Okay? Raven Sparks. Kelly Mallow. Jacob Cantrell. All 3 of these young ladies live on varsity, so I'm very proud of that. Oh, all right, starting with freshmen, Mariah Martin. These are going to be our freshmen and JV teams. Jalen Stanley's not here tonight. She also played on our freshman team. Kelsey Crump. Kendall Avery. Or as Harley calls them, twin and twin. Hayden Avery. Bailey Burnett. Harley Weaver. Sydney Berry. Stacey Durden. And that's it. Freshmen and JV Lady Cats for this season.
Bailey. There you go.
They've talked about the JV and the freshman teams a little bit, and I'm just going to do a little bit something different today. Just something a little bit more fun. On each table, parents, you'll find a little paddle. Hold it up, Taylor. Paddle like this. There's also a marker and a little pom-pom for you to write on. This is only for parent tables. Players are not going to play. We're going to have a little trivia game. The purple or black pom-pom on your table is the eraser. Okay? So, if someone at your table will get your paddles and be ready to answer some trivia questions for me. without her shoes and had to borrow Coach Nunn's shoes for the day? Wearing sunglasses to practice one day. Oh. Don't give it away. Had to wear sunglasses to practice one day. You don't know who it is? Yeah, I got it. Oh my God! All right, will the player please stand up? Maggie had to go to the eye doctor and had her eyes dilated. All right. Which player caused us to hold the bus to an away game one day for about 10 minutes because someone was bringing her food, which turned out to be ice cream? Ice cream. Not food, ice cream. Stop those things. All right, this player, please stand up. Which player had to wear tape on her ears for almost every match this season? Do what? Had to wear tape on her ears. All right, will the player please stand up? Please stand up. That was for her earrings. Cover her earrings with tape. All right, here's one. Which player caused Sonoraville's coach to actually ask the referee or the official to stop the match because he was so worried for her health? Will the player please stand up? All right. Which player broke Coach Haley Parks' favorite origami owl necklace at practice one day, hitting her with one of her kits? She was practicing hitting and
Broke a necklace that she was wearing.
origami owl necklace. All right. Will you player please stand up? Yeah. Next question. Which player was kind enough to bring the coaches sweet tea one early morning to get on the bus because they knew they liked it and that the coaches needed caffeine? Which player brought the coaches some sweet tea? All right, will the player please stand up? Yeah. actually after practice on, to work on their particular skills. 2 players stayed after practice a lot of days to work on their skills. These 2 players, please stand up. However, Callie and Delaney did stay after too and work on their They did, but Callie and George stayed. Okay. Which player at one time had 3 different team jerseys during the season because she couldn't remember to bring hers?
Which 2 has 3 different
coaches with a cooler of ice water, something they hated to do, I'm sure, so that we could participate in the polar plunge for to raise money for ALS. Which 3 players doused us with ice water? I did that too. All right, well, these 3 players, please stand up. Many times when we come home from the away games on the bus, we are pulling in on 2 wheels because a lot of the girls have to go to the bathroom, which is, you know, normal. It's long trips, some of the places over past Dalton. But we actually had to stop the bus at the racetrack one time because this person absolutely could not wait and we were in fear of messes on the bus. Which player was it? Memorable this year for the varsity girls? Come on. I think it's unanimous. Yes. All right, girls, what was it? Band. Good. All right. You got 9? Who got the most right? 9? 10? We got 10. A lot of times at practice, I bribe girls with free Dairy Queen ice cream. So don't forget to come and get your prizes. Good job. That was fun. All right, good. That's pretty good. All right. I just want to add to what they have already said. Not only did the JV and the freshman teams have good years, so did the varsity. We had a great season. We played a lot of tough teams, especially in the beginning, but even on through the middle of the season, we played a lot of 5A and 6A schools. And I know that you may not think there's a big difference, but it is because there's a bigger pool to choose from. So they have a lot more kids to try to make the team than what we do. So it makes a really big difference. The competition at 5A and 6A is different than it is at 4A. But the girls held their own on almost all of those games that they lost. Even though they came away with a W, a lot of them went to 3 games, 3 sets, and were lost by only a few points in that 3rd set. So I was very proud of how they handled themselves with those those larger schools. Our record, our final record, doesn't really portray what type of team we had because we played all those hard teams getting ready for the region. You want me to say this?
No, it's okay.
But there was reasons. I mean, you guys held your own against those tough teams. And like I said, like you all said, I believe the high point of the season was at Fannon's Rally on the Ridge, where we came away with second place. And I don't know how many of you girls know this, but the team that we lost to, East Hall, did make it to the Elite Eight in their classification. So you lost in the third set by only 2 points to them to get second place in that tournament. So it was a good fight, and we're all really proud of how well we all did. This year, let's go ahead and give out their certificates. We'll give out the certificates first of participation, along with the letters. So when you come up, you'll get 2 things. You'll get your letters and you'll get your certificate. Callie Malum. Daily Cantrell. Raven Sparks. Delaney DeLope. Kaylee Reese. Jordan Lazinski. Emily Reese. Emily Sanford. Megan Allen. And Brooke Sims. And like Coach Dunn said a minute ago, all of these girls lettered, whether it's their first, second, or third year lettering, they all lettered this year in volleyball. Y'all look at, everybody look this way. Get your hair, dude. Jayla. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jayla.
Are y'all not done?
We're looking at him. Every year, the awards that we give out have been stat-based or statistic-based, and we just felt like we talked it over and we felt like this was the best way to do it because there's no question about statistics. It's cold hard facts, cold hard figures. And I wanted to say that there's a couple of different stats that we give out. We give season highs in every statistic. So you have the aces and you have the assists, the kills, the digs, the service leads, and the blocks. Every year we total those up, and there's a season high for those. we have school record season highs. So that's a little bit different step. So if it's the highest ever in a season for the school, you have the school record season highs. So you have the season highs, the school record season highs, and then the school record career highs. So we have quite a few different stats, possibilities, yeah, for them to go into. What I'm going to go through now first is the season highs, which didn't necessarily break the season record, the season high record, but they weren't most of anybody on the team. Okay? So the first one we're going to give out today is most aces for this season. Goes to Emily Sanford with 84 aces. As you can see, the 92 is the current season high school record. So she was very close, only 8 away. All right, the next one, most blocks. Most blocks this year goes to Brooke Sims, who already holds our high record. All right. This next set of statistics are actual season high record breakers. The first one would be an assist, and as all you know, we had basically one setter this year who ran around the room, the floor, all corners of the floor, falling on the floor, on the scorer's table, bumping into the hitters, falling back behind them, but she was there. And she earned herself a season high record in assists of 387 assists. Your name. Good job. What's your name? Good job. The next season high record breaker for kills goes to Brooke Sims with 282. Oh no. The next record that has also been broken is for digs, season high digs. Goes to Emily Reese with 409. The next one is a category that we've not given statistical awards for before, but I feel like Max Prep's always includes it in their statistics, so I felt like that we needed to include it in ours from now on, and that's serve reception, which means that this person got underneath the serve and hit it up to our setter, so that the setter could be successful setting it for a hitter. And that person got 298 good serve receives, and that's Emily Sanford. So we had a lot of good stuff going on this year. A lot of good stuff. 2, 9, A lot of good stuff. That's why I'm so proud of these girls. Good job. Also, wanted to recognize another award. This award is given as a regional award for players who the coaches from every team in our region vote for as the best players in the region. And we had 2 this year that got region recognition, which is something to say for yourself. I mean, you should be very proud of that. First, all the coaches in the region voted, and Jordan made 2nd team, all-region team this year. Very impressive. That means other people are seeing what we see, basically. And then, 1st team, all-region, Brooke Sims. Last but not least, we have 2 seniors that are leaving us this year. We're very, very sad to see them go. That last game of the season is always really, really hard. The Spike Club has pitched in and got them a little something to send them on their way. Maybe they can take to school with them. Brooke and Megan, if you'll come up and get your senior gift from the Spike Club.
What does it say? Oh, that's a great
So that'll conclude our banquet this year. If we could, before you leave, girls, they have a little something for you from the coaches up here. If you'll just come pick yours up, you see that they have your name on them. Come pick yours up before you leave sometime today. And before you leave also, if I could get a picture of all the award winners together, all the season high winners and the season winners right here before we go for the paper. And don't forget, everyone, all that food back there has to be taken home. Make yourself 2 or 3 or 5 plates. And thank you all very, very much. It's been a terrific year.